Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, yeah, cool. Amazing. Okay, we're going to begin in 10.
Put your loving hand out, baby. I'm begging.
To be again. Five more minutes.
Recording in progress. Recording stopped.
Hello, hello, hello. Okay, we're good.
Recording in progress.
Give everyone just a minute to tune in here. Oh, here we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Bendy Back this Friday. Just to start, I want to recommend some tools that we might be using today. Couple of blocks if you have them. If you don't, some books or some firm pillows will do the trick. I've got a chair, which we'll definitely be using. And then some sort of loop band or a belt, maybe the string from your robe, something that can be tied in a loop and adjust how wide the loop is. Or if it's just like a yoga band, you can wrap the ankles more times, but we'll talk about that more as we get into it. I also have a couple of pillows just for my knees for one of the things. It's not necessary. I'm just being a little bit of a baby. So with that, let's get started. Here we go. We're going to start with some jumping jacks. Okay, here we go. High knees. Kick your glutes. High knees. Jumping jacks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and stop. Little twist. Bend in the knees, bring your arms up. Slow it down. Roll your shoulders back for 1, 2, 3, and 4. And forward. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now the head, tilt. Look to the side. Down and back. On the back, push your jaw forward to create an underbite. Down and down. Down and down. Step, touch, roll your wrists out. Other way. Good. Reach in between your shoulder blades with your left hand, grabbing your left elbow with your right hand. Stand in a second position. Tuck your pelvis under. Lean to the right. And switch to the left. And up. Interlace your hands behind the back. Forward fold. Now interlace your hands behind your head. Give yourself a gentle tuck. Now grab opposite elbows here and let yourself sway. Switch the grip. Good. Come up a little bit. Okay. So now we're going to walk it over to the left. To the right. To the middle. So we're in the middle here. Pull your hands through if you can't. We're going to take a little bend. And up. And bend. And up. Good. So now we're going to walk it over to the left. We're going to pivot our hips so that we're parallel. Flex that front foot and give yourself a little rock. Bring it down to a lunge. Set that back knee down. Go to your half split with a flexed foot and a forward fold. And arch on the lunge. Just gonna do that 4 times. Half split with a flexed foot, forward fold. Lunge, arch back. Half split, flexed foot, forward fold. 1 more. Arch, lunge. Okay, come up to neutral, grabbing, placing your hands on either side of your foot. We're just gonna bring that back knee up. We're squeezing the glutes. We're just gonna pulse for 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it back up to that parallel position. And we're gonna pivot to the right. So that parallel position, hips are squared off. You're flexing the foot. Give yourself a little rock. Bring it down to your lunge. Set that back knee down. Straighten your front leg, flex your front foot, forward fold. And back to the lunge, arch back. Forward fold, half split with a flexed foot. Arch back, lunge. Forward fold, half split with a flexed foot. 2 more. Arch. Half split, 1 more. Good, neutral spine, hands on either side of your front foot. Bend your back knee up. Squeeze those glutes. We're just going to pause for 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Straighten that front leg back up. Good. So now place the hands on the floor. Bring that back or the front leg to meet the back, and find your down dog. A tiny bit more. And then pedal out those ankles. Really make sure that your shoulders are open here. We're just going to do a couple of chaturangas, or finding your plank. And then bending the elbows in, so not out to the side, but bring them into the body. And then arch up. Push back to your down dog. We're doing that just 4 times, so 3 more. Plank. Push-up position for your Sphinx. Push back. 2 more. Plank. Down. Arch back. Push back. 1 more. Plank. And down. Arch back. Set those back knees down and push back to your child's pose for a minute. Okay. Real quick. Okay. Woo, yeah. Okay, so now is a moment where you'll want blocks or some elevated thing, maybe 2 water bottles or 2 cups or something, or books. But we're just going to find our puppy press. So your knees, we're trying to keep the hips over the knees for this. And also, I really want you to think about your elbows and how they're responding to the rest of the body. So we want to, if you go to your tabletop for a moment, and then you rotate your elbows in and out, we want to externally rotate them so your elbows are facing forward. Now we're keeping that position here as we find our puppy press. Okay, so we're bringing our hands to the blocks. Elbows are pointed up towards the ceiling. Okay, we're going back and then really thinking of reaching those arms out. Okay. Good, and then we're just gonna do 4 exercises where we are tucking the pelvis, looking through the legs, and then arching and looking through the hands for 1. And tuck the pelvis, look through the legs. Arch, look through the hands for 2. Tuck the pelvis, look through the legs. And arch, look through the hands for 3. 1 more. Tuck the pelvis, look through the legs. Arch, look through the hands. And slowly come out. For this next one, we're gonna do that again 4 more times. But instead of our hands being on blocks, we're gonna put our chin on a block or your water bottle or whatever helps you keep it lifted. And then our hands are here. Hands, just the palms are lifted, right? So all the fingers are still grounded on the floor here. Okay. So get that chin to the block. Same thing with the elbows here. Really think of that external rotation. Elbows pointed up, or the elbow pits pointed up. And then you're reaching out from the shoulders. Okay, chin on the block. And maybe you want to play around here with how wide or narrow your knees are, right? So you want to Try to target the upper back for this one. So play around with where you're feeling the stretch. Okay, here we go. We're tucking and arch. And tuck and arch. 2 more. Tuck and arch. Tuck and arch. Good. Bring those arms down. Slowly come out of that. Okay. Okay. We are just going to do a really quick shoulder opener on the wall to be really conscious of what our shoulders are doing. So open your arms wide so that they're parallel to the floor. We're going to open up the right arm to meet the left, keeping our shoulder grounded or making contact with the wall. Keeping that pelvis tucked. We're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Other side. Really keep that contact with the right shoulder now. Here, tucking the pelvis, and we're opening, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're doing it just one more time, but with cactus arms. So your triceps are parallel to the floor, and you're making a 90-degree angle from your elbows. So we're here. Okay, we're starting with the left. And we're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, good, good. Okay. This next one is, we are doing shoulder open. Yeah. Okay. So this is where you'll want a block, or you can use your water bottle or something that maintains its shape and it's about or roughly shoulder width wide, right? So we're going to hold it here. And that same external rotation from the elbows we're thinking about. So I'll show what the drill is. I'm going to use my pillows. Okay, so you're bringing your elbows to your chair. Here. So it's similar to a puppy press, right? But we're going to stay in that arched position here. And now we're thinking of keeping our biceps glued to our ears, right? So now we're just going to straighten the arms and bend just from the elbows. And we're trying to touch the block to our shoulder blades for 1 and 2 and squeeze your ears with your biceps. 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're doing 10, 9. Hold in the bend for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come out. Yeah. It's really good. Really, really, really good. That is drilling our external rotation and maintaining the correct arm shape for when we start to do like flip grip or any of that needly stuff. Okay. Just going to get the chair ready for the next thing. And pulling this back so we can see. Okay. This is where you'll want to have your band sort of accessible. Okay. And we're going to meet with our tummies on the floor. I'm just going to take a quick sip. Okay. So, tummy to the floor. I'm going to actually angle this even more. We'll have to adjust that again in a moment. I just want to make sure that you can see everything. Okay. I'm going to take this off, set it there for now. Okay, so tummy to the floor. And actually, this would be a good one. Well, okay. So for this one, we are thinking of tucking our pelvis, squeezing in the glutes. We're going to lift our chest, but our head is going to stay neutral. So it's going to be facing the floor. And our arms are going up in an H. And then we're pulling back to find that cactus arm. But the head stays. So we're in this cactus arm. And then we're trying to extend and reach to our fullest range of motion the whole time. And then bring it back to cactus. So we're doing that 8 times, but the feet are staying on the floor. Okay, so tucking the pelvis, squeezing the glutes. Here we go. 8 times, arms up. And we're pulling back to cactus. And 1. And 2. Squeeze the glutes. And 3. And really reach. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. So now we're going to lift just the legs. But if you have a block, or you could also use the band here, or the loop band, we're trying to keep our ankles hip width apart. So if you have the block, it sort of activates or cues you to squeeze your glutes in the right way. You can also use the band just so they don't bow out, like they're not wide. I mean, that's my faux pas. We're going to squeeze that block or put the band around the ankles. User's choice. Okay, amazing. Okay. And then we're pushing up into Sphinx. So we're not sinking into our shoulders. We're really activating, tugging the pelvis, squeezing the glutes. We're going to lift the legs for 8, 7 straight legs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good. Okay. Now we're going to do sort of a combination together. So we're going to lift at the same time the chest and the legs, but our arms are going to go up overhead. And then as we lift the chest, we're going to go wide, bend, and down. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Yes. Okay. So this is an interesting one. We will want the band or loop or something to hold one ankle while we lift the other. And for this one, I'm just going to give myself a little extra support. I'm going to put a little pillow under my tummy. Okay, I'm going to start with the right ankle. And then here is really, really important what the arms or what the elbow is doing. So from putting a loop around the ankle, we want to bring the elbow forward, gluing that bicep to your ear. Okay. Here. Maybe you want to grab with both, you don't have to, but we're just lifting up so that the ankle and the chest is lifted. Now the other leg, my free leg, which is my left leg, is going to lift straight, bend, straight, and down for 1. Lift, bend, straight, down for 2. Lift, bend, straight, down for 3. Lift, bend, straight, down for 4. Slowly come down. We're just going to do 4 on each side so we don't burn out. Okay, so now we're doing the left. And again, do not lose track of what your arms are doing. The biceps, both of them are hugging your ears the whole time. Well, if you're using both hands. Otherwise, one is on the ground and the one holding the band, that bicep is glued to your ear. Okay, here we go. We're lifting. Oops, I want you to see what the other leg is doing. Okay. Here we go. We're lifting. Okay, lift, bend, straight, and down for 1. Lift, bend, straight, down for 2. Lift, lift, bend, straight, down for 3. 1 more. Bend, straight, and down. Good. Okay. So now, we're going to do a quick ab workout because you should always incorporate abs when you're doing intense back bendy stuff because we want those to be recruited. We want those to be an active participant when we're stretching. So just a quick drill. Okay. I'm just going to lay straight. And this is a great moment where you might want your blocks, but it's not necessary. The drill can be done without a block. You can also hold a pillow or something that forces you to squeeze your legs together. So I'm holding my block the long way. And the drill is, okay. So arms can be down here at a V. We're bending to make a 90-degree angle, straightening out for hollow body, bend, legs up the wall, and then we're going to lift our hips, but we're not piking or compressing on the lift. We're trying to keep the toes straight up to the ceiling as if they were following a wall. Here, bend, and hollow. So that's the whole drill. Here we go, straight up the wall, lift those hips, bend, hollow for 1. Hips up, bend, hollow for 2. Legs up, hips up, bend, hollow for 3. Bend, straight, hips up, bend, hollow for 4. Bend, straight, hips up, bend, hollow for 5. Bend, straight, hips up, bend, hollow for 6. 2 more. Bend, legs up, hips up, bend, hollow for 7. Bend, straight, hips up, bend, hollow for 8. Good. Okay. So this next one, you might want a couch or a chair. The higher the surface area, or excuse me, the elevated platform is, the more challenging this will be. But I'm going to need to pivot here. Okay. So, yeah, we can see. Okay. So I'm just going at a diagonal so you can see all as many angles as possible. Okay, so we're gonna find that Sphinx position, but with our legs elevated on either a couch or a chair. I think it's really valuable to have this band for this, but again, my weakness is my legs bowing out or too much turnout. So this is the ankle, or the loop around the ankles is optional. And then I'm also just gonna give myself a tiny bit of extra support to make sure I'm not dumping in my lower back. Okay. Okay, so our legs are straight. Good. Okay, legs are straight. Our ankles are either in a band, but they are up on the chair. Now making sure in our Sphinx, we're not sinking into our shoulders. We're pushing out nice and high. Okay, and now we're gonna try to lift one leg at a time. For one, and oops, I'm too far to the side. Okay, try again. Here we go. One, and two, and three, and four, and get out of the shoulders. 5, and squeeze the glutes. 6, and 7, and 8, and good. Okay, so now we're gonna do something similar that we did without the elevated platform. We are going to have our arms overhead and we're just lifting the chest to open and back down. So we're just gonna do 8 of those. Arms up overhead, lift the chest, it goes. 1, and 2, and straighten the knees. 3, and engage the glutes. 4, and 5, legs are straight, and 6, 7, 8. Nice. Okay. Now since we are here, we're just going to do a quick little pushback. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come out. Whoa, that's pretty intense, right? Okay. Okay, good. I'm gonna come out for a moment and grab a quick sip of water. So the next drill is actually gonna be a lunge, but using the chair. Okay, so I'm gonna get this out of the way. I don't want to slide. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up. I mean, being in the corner might be helpful because it will be a bit of a balancing exercise. You'll want your band nearby. And then also if you have that block or the water bottle or whatever is shoulder width apart, we are going to be using that quite a bit next. Just gonna keep this next to me, a little planner. Okay. And can you see? Yes, I think I tested it. Okay. So having those tools nearby, also maybe your water is helpful. Okay. So just to start, we're going to start, for this you'll want like a heavier item or just your block will do fine. But bonus if it's a bit of a heavier one. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my left knee. If it's a chair, you'll want your knees like somewhere in the middle. Okay. Good. And then we're going to just find that lunge. Good. It's finding a lunge. So think of tucking the pelvis, squeezing the glutes, and then also what we're doing with the arms, or what we will be doing with the arms in our lunge. The first drill, again with that external rotation or elbow pits facing up or forward. Okay, we're going to bring that block up, hugging our ears with our biceps. And that drill that we did on the chair earlier, we're going to do that with a slight arch back. We're just going to bend the elbows and straighten, bend and straighten, okay, with a slight arch back. The next one, I'm just going to tuck the arms. The next one, arms are straight, but that external rotation is crucial. That's why we're using something to hold on to. Arms are going up. The next one's just an arch back. Arch back and up, arch back and up. Then if you can, if you can, try to reach the wall here after our straight arm arch backs. And then if you can't, adjust whatever you're using to be able to reach the wall. And we'll get into that in a moment. Okay. So here we go. Yeah, left knee up. Find that lunge. Okay, we're here. Squeezing the glutes, tucking the pelvis, squeezing the glutes. Arms up, hugging the biceps or hugging the ears with your biceps. Doing a slight arch. We're just bending at the elbows and straightening. Bend and straight for 2. Bend, straight for 3. Bend, straight for 4. Hug the ears. Bend, straight for 5. Bend, tuck the pelvis, squeeze the glutes. Straight for 6. Bend, straight for 7. Bend, straight for 8. Here we go with the arch backs. Going 1 and 2 and 3. Tuck the pelvis, squeeze the glutes. 4, 5, 6. Squeeze the glutes. 7 and 8. Good. I'm actually just going to come out for a quick moment because I don't want you to burn out on this next part. Okay, so for the next part, we're trying to make contact with the wall in some way, whether you need to like grab the very edge of the block, or if you are at a corner, you can even bring one hand to the wall for a little stability. Okay, here we go. Find that lunge. Okay, now our back heel is trying to kick our head for 8. Oh, we're getting a cramp. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come out. Whew! It's pretty intense, isn't it? Okay. So we're going to do that on the other side, and then we're going to come back to it with a band. And I'm being a little bit of a baby right now. Okay, so now your left leg lunge. Same thing. Okay. So make sure you can see. Okay. Got your block. We're in our lunge. Tucking the pelvis, squeezing the glutes. Elbow pits forward, arms up overhead, our biceps squeezing the ears. We're squeezing the glutes the whole time and just bending from the elbows for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now our arch backs for 8, 7, tuck the pelvis, squeeze the glutes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tiny break so we don't burn out. The next one's foot to head. Oh my gosh. I hope you're feeling a sensational, healthy burn. Okay. So now we're finding the wall with our block or side, or just finding a nice arch wherever you're comfortable and feeling stable. Okay. Here. So tucking the pelvis, squeezing the glutes. Foot to head. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Sensational. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, so we are getting back into that now. But let me just take a peek here. Bend and straight, foot to head. Continue. Okay. So the next one, we're going to take our band, our looped band. You may want to adjust this to your preference. Okay, but I'm going to go just a little bit loose here because I'm burning out. Okay, good. It's probably good. Okay, so we're going to go back to the first side, which was the right leg lunge. We're getting that ankle around the band. Okay. Coming into our lunge. And then remember that flip grip, okay? So elbow forward. If you want to grab both hands, make sure that both biceps are glued to the ear. Otherwise, hold one arm out or down, okay? So now the drill is trying to sink deep into your lunge, but still keeping a nice, healthy pelvis, tug of the pelvis, squeezing the glutes, okay? Now, our foot is trying to take our chest back, and then our elbow is pulling forward to pull the foot in, okay? So it's a little bit of a dynamic drill. Here we go. So the ankle pulls the chest on 1, foot to head. 2, foot to head. 3, foot to head. 4, foot to head. 5, pull it in. 6, 7, 8, and slowly come out. These are hard today. I know, I planned it. It's good. It's good. Okay, grab a quick sip of water and Set up for the other side. I do want you to be able to see it though. See what the arms are doing. So I'm just maybe going to go to more of a diagonal for this one. Okay. Okay, right knee up on the chair. I also want to maybe use the wall a little bit. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Setting up nice squared off hips, tucking the pelvis. We're squeezing the glutes. Finding that lunge. Okay, yes, I'm ready now. Tucking the pelvis, squeezing the glutes, bringing that elbow forward, hugging the ears with your biceps. Okay? So now, the ankle brings the chest for 1, and squeeze the glutes. 2, and 3, and 4, and squeeze the glutes. 5, tuck the pelvis, and 6, and 7, and 8, and slowly come out of that. Whew. Okay, get a drink of water. Okay. I think this next one, I actually want to bring my mat to the back wall because I want you to see a forward angle. Okay. Okay. So for this next one, you're going to want blocks or pillows or books or something to elevate your knees on the wall. Okay, and I'm also just going to switch for my mat. It is going. Yeah, there. Good. Okay. So I want my blocks on the wall. You can decide if you want them tall. That'll give you more of an intense sensation. They can also be here or here, wherever you feel confident, trying. Okay, I'm going to just maybe do level 2 today. Level 2. Okay, we're bringing our knees, or placing our knees on the blocks, and our shins are going up the wall. Okay? Good. We have, perfect. All right. So knees on the blocks, shins up the wall. And then our tummies, I'm giving myself a little pillow under my tummy for a little extra support. Okay? Good. Now, we're in our sort of Sphinx position, right? Our elbows are stacked under our shoulders and we're pushing out, right? Don't let yourself sink into your shoulders. We're activated. Okay, we're tucking the pelvis. Now, we're gonna start with the right leg. The right leg is going to straighten up the wall or aim for straight. We're just trying to lift the knee. Straight and down for 1, 2, squeeze the glutes. 3. Tuck the pelvis, squeeze the glutes. 4. 5. 6. 7. Tuck the pelvis, squeeze the glutes. Last one, hold. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, other side. I'm actually going to use a block under my tummy really quick. Okay, that's better. It's helping me remember to keep my pelvis tucked without trying to dump into that lower back. Okay, so now we're still pushing out, not sinking into the shoulders. We're tucking our pelvis, or squeezing the glutes. The left leg goes. Straighten for 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. Last one, hold. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're staying here. You need to give your shoulders a break for a moment. Okay. We are staying here. And actually, for this one, maybe you want to adjust the height of your blocks at any point. You can, or you don't have to. For this one, I am going to take my blocks a little higher. Yeah. Tall. Okay. You certainly don't have to, though. Okay. So now we're still engaged in our shoulders, tucking our pelvis, squeezing the glutes. Now we're going to activate. Oh, that's our little 5-minute warning. Okay. Good. Perfect. Okay. We're bringing our foot to our head with the right. And if you can, try to push up for 1 and 2 and 3. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And 4. And 5. And squeeze the glutes, tuck the pelvis. 6. And 7. And last one holds for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Left side. Here we go. Tuck the pelvis, squeeze the glutes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Last one stays. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And good. Now together, just 4 times together. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Ready, go together. 8. Oh, sorry, 4. 3. 2. Last one holds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can push back. Kind of give yourself a little like a down dog position, but with your knees still on the blocks. And then gently come out. So now we're going to sort of cool it down with a little plow position. Okay. On our backs, hugging the knees, Maybe rock side to side, forward and back. And then if you're ready, or if you'd like, bring the feet up and over the head. So now again here, play with tucking the pelvis and arching from the lower back. Tucking, bringing it forward, arching, or whatever feels really nice. Maybe bend in the knees. And pointing and flexing the feet. Give yourself some love taps. And then slowly, slowly, slowly roll out. Ideally, you're trying to keep that compression. Keep it, keep it, keep it. Good. Open up for your happy baby. Give yourself another few rocks here. Come up. Legs out in front of you with flexed feet. And we're just trying to grab those toes. We can also grab with a band here. Okay, and we're just grabbing the toes and then pulling our spine away or rounding in the spine to create a little traction. And then point the toes in forward fold. Flex the toes, round out the spine and pull for traction. Point the toes forward fold. And even here, you can give yourself some love taps. And make sure that you're drinking tons of water. Thank you all so much for joining today. Please let me know if you have any questions or if you need me to break anything down or get creative with what household items you can use as your tools. And yeah, have a great weekend. Thank you.
Recording stopped.